Shivering through the woods. That's where we're going today with the song. This is a traditional Thanksgiving song. And how many Thanksgiving songs do you know that don't have the word gobble in it? I don't know. They're kind of like the 5 to 6 year old set, and this is a more adult song. And you can substitute Christmas Day for Thanksgiving Day, and you can take the song further into the season. So let's go over this. We're going to learn how to do a strum with this because there's a little trickeries involved with that. Of course, I'll show you the chords for it, and I'll show you 3 times in the song we've got a chord switch up that happens in the middle of a strum. So I'm going to tell you how to negotiate that, and then we'll go take a look at the chord chart, and as always, there'll be a slow play along. And as always, I'm going to be offering timestamps down below for you. So if you need to practice a section, just go to the description box, and I've got all the details listed out there. And if you need to see a specific section, just click on it. So let's go over the chords you need for this song. There's only 4 of them: a G, C, A7, and D7. You can play the D7 as a bar. A7, you could put it as a pinky, but that would be a little challenging, I think, in this piece. Or you could do what some people call the easy D7 or the Hawaiian D7. There's not really a D in it, but you can get by with it. So we'll be going over those chords more, but we just thought I'd give you a preview of what's coming. Let's iron out the little tricky parts in this song, and the first one is the strum. This song is in 6/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means that most strums that we do in 4 need to be adapted. So I'm going to take the cowboy strum, which is down, 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 and I'm going to adapt it for 6/8 time. It's all in the timing. So what we're going to do, I'm playing this on a G, and we're going to go, the first down is on 1, 2, 3, and then the second down is on 4, 5, and the up strum is on 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you haven't been doing things like this, you might just want to stop right here and just play around with that. You know, spend a couple days just going 1, 2, 3. Just nice and gentle, be easy on yourself, and then come on back when you're ready for the next part. And if you're ready, well, then we will move on. Let's take a chord progression from the song. 2 G's, a C, followed by a G, and we're going to loop that around. Let's just play it together. Make sure you've got the timing all lined up. 1, 2, 3, ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. How you doing? Let me know if there is anything that I can do to make this easier for you. I'd be happy to explain. So if you've got an issue, leave me a comment down below, and I will do my level best to help you in text, or maybe even send you a quick little video. There are 2 little tricky chord changes. I mean, for a beginner, this might be a challenge for you. So I'm going to show you how to overcome those challenges so that you can master this song. A7 to D7. And so you start out with your index finger for the A7, and then plop down your ring finger and then move to the barred portion. You could do an A7 to D, an easy D7 too. If you don't have the patience to work on the other one, you do that one. I like the barred D7 better because you get that C sounding out nice and high. But like any problem that you have, it won't be a problem forever. Believe in yourself, and then just take it nice and slow, because it's mostly a problem because you know how to do it intellectually, but your muscles haven't learned all the tricks, and you want to get your muscles in line so that your mind can do more important things like sing. So I just just would go back and forth with that. If that's a tricky pattern for you, just go back and forth, take some time with it. Sit down and have a cup of tea. Maybe take a look at using a metronome with it. That's another trick that you can do where you're just using a metronome. And then here's the other tricky one. G to D7. G and D7. Right now I'm stacking my fingers for the bar because I know that for many beginners that's... So taking your G and again putting that C in place on the 3rd fret of the A string and then laying down your bar. G, D7, G, D7. Again, no harm, no foul. If you want to use the easy D7, G, D7, G, and D7. Be my guest, but you do want to learn bar chords. You do want to get those. So work those problems over. And next, we're going to go take a look at the chord chart. And I'll show you some of the things that I did in my arrangement to help you. And we'll also be looking at the box diagram. Well, my friends, let's go over the chord chart so when you see it, you understand all the little itty-bitty, nitty-gritty details in it. First of all, I have up here the cowboy strum has been spelled out for you, the adapted cowboy strum with the beats under it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that ties up with a portion of the lesson. For the introduction, you're going to do 2 patterns of that adapted cowboy strum on G to get you in. Now, we talked about this tricky part, and I highlighted it here so you could see it. So you've got your A7, and you play an A7 on the adapted cowboy strum, and then a single down strum on A7 and a single down strum on D7. So that's how I've notated with the slashes. If it's in the bracket, it is a full cowboy strum, adapted cowboy strum in this case, and then slash slash for the single down strums. Now, something that you may notice that is that these lines that have this, each time that happens, the song is taking a word and breaking it into 2 parts. Now, snow is a 1-syllable word, but for the artistic lyrical license here, you're going to be going snow, oh, and same thing down here with Christmas Day or Thanksgiving Day, A. Down here with wait. So I tried to write that out for you as best I could so that you'd understand what was going on. Same thing, hurrah for the fun, hurrah for the fun, the pudding's done, hurrah for the pumpkin pie. So again, you've got a chord change happening in the middle of a word. Now, you'll see here that in all the verses, the first line starts with a chord change at the beginning, or in this case, it's not really a chord change, you're staying on the G. And that G down from over the river and through the woods. But every other line has what's called a pickup. And that means that it comes on the end of the pattern or the ending beat. So each time you have the to, the, through on this first verse. That is happening on the upbeat or the up strum of your cowboy adapted strums. So if you're on the G here and you're going along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to grandmother's house. So that 2 happens on the up strum and that happens throughout the song. Now, another question that my students just have for me over and over again, and this is I have a box diagram, which is a wonderful tool to help answer the question, how many times do you play that chord? And so in this box diagram, each one of these squares represents 1 pattern of the cowboy strum, the adapted cowboy strum. So you can just practice that in isolation. And then you can see here that the A7, D7 single strums take up the same length as the adapted cowboy strum. So you can just practice it like this. G, switch to C, and G, D7, and G, A7, and down, down, just like that. So that's a tool to help you figure out how many times. A really good way to practice that is just work on the box diagram part and sing the song in your head. And that'll help get everything kind of timed up without having to worry about, am I singing properly, correctly? Singing in your head, we're all superstars. Okay, so have the chords lined up for you, and I hope that you have a great time with that. I've also got the outro, which is a repeat of these last 2 times. So just like in a class, going over these chord charts for you. If you took a class and I taught this chord chart, this song, then you have a copy. If not, I've got 2 links down below. One's the subscription one for Patreon, where you support me monthly, or if you just want to buy this one chord chart, I've got a link for that too with Gumroad. All right, the play along, we're here. 1, 2, ready, begin. Over the river and through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh through white and drifted snow. Over the river and through the woods, oh how the wind does blow. It stings the toes and bites the noses. Over the ground we go. Over the river and through the woods, to have a full day of play. Oh, hear the bells ringing, ting-a-ling-ling, for it is Thanksgiving Day. Over the river and through the woods, trot fast my dapple gray. Spring o'er the ground just like a hound, for this is Thanksgiving Day. Over the river and through the woods, and straight through the barnyard gate. It seems that we go so dreadfully slow, it is so hard to wait. Over the river and through the woods, now grandmother's cap I spy. Hurrah for the fun, the pudding's done. Hurrah for the pumpkin pie. Hurrah for the fun, the pudding's done. Hurrah for the pumpkin pie. All right, well, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and of course, keep playing this song and just change the words to Christmas. Until next time, keep spreading the ukulele love. It's so good spending some time working with you.